The uniform fits perfectly. You pressed it yourself last night. Creases sharp enough to cut. You always take pride in that. The badge is heavy, cold, real. It didn't used to mean what it means now. This is how it started. Not with a choice, not with some dramatic turning point. It started with math. Your base salary is $49,000 a year. Before taxes, your rent went up. Your daughter needs braces. The transmission on your truck just died. And then one day, a guy you've known for 6 years, good agent, family man, pulls you aside at the end of your shift. He says 3 words. You look tired. That's it. That's all he says. But you both know what he means. 2 weeks later, he hands you an envelope, plain, white, no name on it. You don't open it at work. You wait until you're in your truck. Alone, $3,000 in cash, for doing absolutely nothing. For looking the other way while a certain truck drove through at 2 a.m., you told yourself it was a one-time thing. Of course you did. The second envelope came a month later. The third one came 2 weeks after that. By the fourth one, you stopped telling yourself anything. Here's the part they never show you in movies. Corruption isn't a villain twirling a mustache. It's a guy who coaches Little League on Saturdays. It's incremental, quiet, almost reasonable. Each step is only a few inches further than the last. And at no single point does it feel like a crime. Until it does. But we're not there yet. Right now, you're just tired. And the bills are paid. You need to understand how it actually works. Because it's not what you imagine. There are roughly 60,000 Border Patrol and Customs agents across the country. They process over 100,000 crossings. Every single day. The volume is staggering. And volume is cover. The cartel doesn't need you to do much. They don't ask you to wave a semi through. Too obvious. Too risky. They need something far smaller. They need you to pull the right car into secondary screening and then leave the room for exactly 8 minutes. That's it. That's the whole job. Or maybe they need you to log a seizure as 200 kilos when it was actually 300. You fill in the box, you hit submit, you go home, or they need you to radio ahead. Not to warn, just to say, quiet out here tonight. 2 words. Meaningless to anyone listening. Everything to someone else. The system is so big, so underfunded, so overwhelmed, that these small gaps are almost designed in. You are not the exception. In the last decade, over 200 Border Patrol and Customs agents have been convicted of corruption-related crimes in the United States. 200. That's just the ones who got caught. The Department of Homeland Security's own internal reports describe systemic vulnerabilities to cartel recruitment. They've known for years. The cartel uses a playbook. It's called plata o plomo, silver or lead, money or a bullet. Most agents who get approached are not crooked men looking for an opportunity. Most are tired men facing a threat. They know your car, they know your kid's school, they know your wife's name. The conversation isn't a job offer. It's a negotiation that already has a preferred answer. You are not brave enough to say no. Neither am I. Neither are most people. Stop pretending you'd be different. So now you understand the mechanics. Now let's talk about what this actually costs. The truck you waved through at 2 a.m., you told yourself it was drugs. Just drugs. Nobody gets hurt by drugs. People choose that. It was not drugs. 31 people. In a metal box. In July, 8 of them didn't make it. You didn't know, but you also didn't look, which is exactly the point. You tell yourself, the cartel would have found another way. They always do. This is bigger than you. You're not responsible. And here's the brutal irony. You're not wrong. The cartel would have found another way. Probably. But those 8 people didn't die from the cartel's systemic brutality in the abstract. They died in that truck. That specific truck. On that specific night. When you were standing at that specific gate, your daughter is 11 now. She thinks you're a hero. You coach Little League, you go to church, you call your mom every Sunday. You are, by every external measure, a good man. The envelopes keep coming. You stop counting. And then one morning, you're sitting in your truck at mile marker 47. Your radio crackles. Your supervisor's voice. Flat. Need you back at the station. Don't talk to anyone. This is the moment. Every corrupt agent has a version of this moment. The coffee is still warm, the day was normal, and then it wasn't. Internal Affairs has been watching for 4 months. The phone calls, the envelopes, the 2 a.m. gates, they have all of it. The thing about corruption investigations is they never move fast. They build slowly, deliberately. They want the whole network. You were never the target. You were the thread they pulled. When they sit you down, the investigator doesn't yell. That's the thing nobody tells you. She's quiet, almost kind. She slides a folder across the table. Pay attention. You joined Border Patrol because you believed in something. Protecting the country, serving a mission. You took an oath. And you spent the last 3 years working for the very organization you were sworn to stop. The cartel had a better benefits package. Think about that. The system that underpays its agents, overwhelms them with impossible workload, and provides inadequate mental health support, created the exact conditions that made you recruitable. The very organization built to stop the cartel, inadvertently built a pipeline to it, not through malice, through budget cuts and bureaucracy. And the cartel, the organization everyone agrees, is evil. Offered better pay, job security through fear, and a clear value proposition. Efficient, responsive, adaptive. Everything the government was not. The irony cuts both ways. You became the thing you hated. But the thing you loved became the thing that made that possible. They offer you a deal. Cooperate fully. Testify against the network. Minimum sentencing. Relocation. New identity. Your family protected. And here's the final irony. To get out of this, you have to betray the people who made it all possible. Just like you betrayed the people you were supposed to protect, you are fluent in exactly one skill. Loyalty that lasts until it doesn't. Your daughter will find out one day. She'll Google your name. She'll find the case number. She'll read the court documents. She'll read the part about the truck. About mile marker 47. About the 8 people. That's the point of these videos. Not to excuse you. Not to vilify you. To make you understand how it happens. Because understanding how it happens is the only thing that makes it stoppable. Calling these people monsters is comfortable. It means we're nothing like them. Comfortable is wrong. The distance between you and that locker room is mostly circumstance. Mostly. The uniform still fits perfectly. You're still proud of the crease. The badge is still cold. And the folder is still on the table. Unsigned. She doesn't slam the folder down. She places it. Gently. Like she's done this 100 times. Because she has. Inside that folder is a photograph of your truck. Mile marker 47. 2:14 a.m. The gate arm is up. The truck is through. And you're looking at your phone? You want to say something. Explain the math. The bills. The transmission. Your daughter's braces. You don't say anything. Because there is no version of this where the math makes it okay. You knew that before you opened the first envelope. You just chose not to finish the thought. Here's the irony. The system that built you, the one that gave you the badge and the salary and the impossible workload, is the same system now putting you in this room. It needed you on both ends. You are not a villain. Villains are easy. Villains wear it on their face. You can spot them coming. You coach Little League, and that's the part that's supposed to be comforting. He was a good man who made bad choices. We say that like it means something. Like goodness is armor. It isn't. The 8 people in that truck were also somebody's family. They also had a daughter who thought somebody was a hero. They didn't make it to a room with a table and a folder. They didn't get a deal. Your lawyer tells you to cooperate. Testify. Give names. Get relocation. Start over somewhere flat and forgettable. New name? New truck? Same crease in the uniform? Old mirror? Here's what these videos are actually about. Not corruption, not border policy, not the cartel. They're about the gap between who you think you are and what you would actually do. Most people believe they would say no to the envelope, to the cartel, to the easy money. Most people have never had their kid's school mentioned by name in a parking lot at midnight. Most people have never needed to find out. So before you decide you're different, and you will decide that it's a reflex, ask yourself one honest question. Have you ever not finished a thought because finishing it would have cost you something? Then you already know the answer. The uniform still fits. The crease is still sharp. The badge is still cold. And somewhere right now, at 2 a.m., at a gate you will never see, in a desert you will never cross, someone is opening an envelope.